Okay guys, a few months since I posted the last video on ZZR, and I've made some changes. Now some of those changes were caused by me. As you know, I rotated the adjusters at the back 180 degrees, which lifts the back up and gives you great steering. However, the downside to that is that when you put it on the center stand, the back wheel is still on the floor, so you need to put a wooden block. So the other day I was cleaning the bike and it was up on the wooden block, and the wooden block had got termites in, and basically when I sat on the bike, which is normally stable, it collapsed into the wooden block, and then the bike tipped over on the left hand side. It's only the second time I've ever had a ZZR tip over on me since '95, but it tipped over and it damaged the wing mirror, the fairing, the nose cone, broke some plastic, the front mud guard, so it was a real pain in the backside. So anyway, I have somebody who does the painting and the repair work, and he's very, very good, and it's all back now. But the other problem I'd had with the bike was this ongoing, perennial problem of ZZR 1100 brakes. Now, there's a lot on the internet about this problem. For some reason, when they're brand new, they're okay. And at the time, they were considered good brakes. But when you're riding it, particularly when you're riding it a lot, the design of the calipers, I think, causes a lot of dirt and muck to get ingrained in there, damage the seals, and basically the brakes, the lever pull goes right into the handbar, and they're very spongy. Now, I put up with this for years, and I've repeatedly had them stripped down, replaced all the seals, blah 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 blah, and it's okay for a day and then it's back. So it's a pain in the backside. So obviously I did research on the internet, and I found that there are three actually calipers that people use. One is the GSXR. Hang on, the cat has just decided to go to sleep under the okay, 3, 2, 1. One is the GSXR K1 K2, GSXR 1000 K1 K2 from 2001 2002, the 6-pot calipers, and there's also the GSXR 750 4-pot calipers. And I've also read online recently of somebody who converted or used the calipers from a CBR 600. Not heard that one before, but obviously it can be done because the guy did it and he said the results were great. So for me, the decision was, do I take the 600, do I take the 4-pot calipers or the 6-pot calipers? There are pros and cons to both. Both have their fan base. However, being a disciple of the old adage, bigger is better, I decided to go for the 6-pot calipers. Then when I started looking online, I thought there was quite a few there, but they were expensive, and most of them looked in sort of shabby condition. However, then I came across a set on eBay which were fully reconditioned and ceramic coated gold, and they looked absolutely gorgeous. So I decided to take the opportunity while the fairings and the nose cone and such was off getting repaired and resprayed to upgrade the brakes. So I bought everything off eBay. Firstly, I bought the brakes calipers themselves from Midland Motorcycles, and I'll put links in the description. They've been very helpful, very good, and the quality of the calipers is first class. And then I decided to get the adapters, because obviously the mounting bolts on the ZZR for your caliper are 10mm, and for the GSXR they're 8mm, so you need like a shroud to take up that difference. On YouTube I've seen people, they've cut pieces of stainless steel to put in, but actually Powerhouse do a kit specifically for the ZZR 1100. So I ordered from them, they arrived, excellent quality. And then lastly, I decided to change all of the brake lines as well. Obviously the ones I had on there were stainless steel, but they've been on there, I don't know, 20 years or so. So I decided to update with some new ones. Anyway, we literally, the fitting of the calipers is a plug and play. It really is so simple. And unlike the original ones, which could never be bled properly, once we bolted them on, it just took a few minutes to bleed the brakes. And now I have brakes very similar to the ZX14R. All of the bodywork is now back. And yesterday I took the bike out for the first ride to bed the brakes in. And the difference is night and day. It's just fantastic. So if any of you are struggling with the original calipers and they're not a great design, and you have some funds available, I would seriously think about replacing them with GSXR 750 or the 1000, the 4-pot or the 6-pot calipers. Very simple job, and it literally transforms how you ride the bike. I was just stunned yesterday. I know somebody said to me, now you realise why you should have done it years ago, but I wanted to keep it original. Now, what am I going to do with the old calipers? Well, the old calipers I'm going to send back to UK to get them reconditioned, you know, ceramic coated, and made like new. So then I'll have the originals with me, because I like to keep everything. I don't like to throw things away. So that's what I'll be doing next. Now, what I'll do now is I'll pick up the camera and take you around the bike and show you the work that was done. Okay. Okay, so back of the bike. First thing, new seat cover, owing to the fact that our cats damaged the last one. There you can see the new brake hose at the back, red one. Then the damage from the tip over was, well, I had the tank resprayed anyway because there was a small chip in it, and as you can see, it is like it came out of the factory. Absolutely gorgeous. Then on the nose cone, there was a lot of damage here. The whole thing has been resprayed again, and I'm very pleased with the results. It's like new. The lower half, where it connects here, which is traditionally a bit of a weak spot, when it tipped over, that cracked. It had been repaired before a few years ago, but it cracked, and obviously there was a lot of scratches on the side here. So again, I had it all repaired and resprayed, really good. The other thing that went was the front mudguard. It snapped on the inner. There's 4 mounting bolts on the inside, which are, as anyone who owns a ZZR 1100 knows, they're a nightmare to remove. You have to take the wheel out, it's the easiest way. But that sheared, the 2 bolts sheared, so I had to put the spare one. Well, actually, I'm cheating a bit. I have the original front with a Chinese made rear because of damage to them. But they go together okay, and again, the front was re-sprayed, so you can see that it's pretty nice. Now, getting on to the meat of the matter. Here are the calipers. They look pretty cool, but much more important, they work. They are absolutely stunning. So, I'm very pleased with how this worked out. And it's been a joy back on the road with the bike. I'm just a very happy man. It's a 14, just for anyone wants to have a look. The 14, this is hydrographic on the back here, and I mentioned it before, but what I've done now is I've ceramic coated it to stop little scuffs, because I've only got 29-inch legs, and when I lift it over, sometimes I catch this. So I put the ceramic coating on, and it's worked pretty well. So Alright, so that's the latest on ZZR. It's New Year's Eve today, so I'm having a few beers tonight, so I won't be riding it tomorrow. But I'll probably be riding it the day after, and I'll post a video about, you know, actually riding it and what it's like. So anyway, hope everyone is having a good new year by the time I post this. Okay, speak to you again soon. Ciao.